throw me a follow. If you have a Twitch Prime sub, you can throw it at me. Do not spend money on me. That's totally unnecessary. But thanks for hanging out and playing games. And good game. And talking about chess is always fun. So hope I get to see you back. Yeah, I'm gonna paint for a little bit now. So I gotta turn my mic over there on. And do this. All my money goes to Infernos. Yeah, if you want to give somebody money, you should give it to Infernos. He's the one who does my art, and it's awesome. Okay, so today, we did most of the important ropes yesterday, and I don't really feel like doing ropes. There's a lot more ropes to do, like down here and stuff. And the ropes on this guy's arm, which makes me want to do ropes so I can get it done. But no, we're not going to do ropes today because I really don't want to do ropes. So there's a couple things that I wanted to do. I want to turn this into like leather looking stuff, all of these, by using some stippling. Either that, or I wanted to add some white touch-ups here, but that's really fast. Or I wanted to start putting some color blocking here so that it looks kind of like this, like it's like multiple colors. No time for ropes. Yeah, no, I don't have time for ropes today. Ropes takes a long time. I want to do something small and relatively simple. So what's something small and simple that I need to work on? Definitely not ropes. Ropes are not small and simple. I think I might just color block out some red. Some red pieces here. And by color block, I mean like put the base coat color down, just so you can kind of see what color it's going to be. I'll do like probably this shoulder piece I want to be red, and this piece I want to be red, and then maybe like this piece up in here will be red, and then all of these like fur pieces. I don't know if the fur pieces are actually going to be red though, to be honest. TBH. I could also work on some skin stuff, but skin tones usually take a while. Man, is there anything that's quick at this point? Not really. Nothing but color blocking. So we're just gonna color block out this stuff. Yeah. Do it for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I don't have a ton of time, like I said, but oh, this is dry paint. Okay, so this is just kind of like a base coat, but this is the one I wanted to be red. Since red is like our feature color, I want like the feature pieces to be red. I'm starting with this sort of darker, muddy tone to build up to the red that I want it to be. So we can have like highlights and shadows and stuff like that. Layering is super important with acrylics because acrylic isn't like a super opaque paint. So the color of the layer that you put underneath of it will shine through. And so the kind of color that you're going to get ultimately will be heavily dependent on the layers that you put below the color. For example, if I put a white underneath of a red, it's going to be like a shining, bright, brilliant white, like or red, like a super bright red. It'll look like ultra red, super saturated. But nothing on this guy is super saturated. He's kind of a pretty dirty, ogreish idiot. So, and he's a very cool model, but I don't imagine he does a lot of laundry, if we're gonna be honest. And from everything I've heard, war and battle isn't exactly good for clothing. They say like it's war torn. Right? So yeah, so this guy's muddy. All sorts of nasty. So yeah. Color blocking is really satisfying because you get to kind of see what it's going to look like without all the details and doing all the hard work. Because like, you know, it's 90% of the way there. But that last 10% is so important. And also, what's that rule? It's like the first 90% takes 10% of the time. No, it's like an 80-20 rule. The first 80% of the project takes 20% of the time. The last 20% of the project takes 80% of the time. And that's very, very true with painting. So you can do like 80% of it by like just blocking out the colors and being like, oh shit, I see how it's gonna look. That looks awesome. I'm so excited. But then like to really go from there to a good looking model is so much work. All right. Yeah, you can already see those colors sticking out. That's pretty cool. The fine details, yeah, exactly. The fine details, they call them fine for a reason. I don't think I'm on camera. It's really hard to paint on camera. It's funny because this camera really like oversaturates everything. At least it's a document camera, so it's trying to like pick up document specific colors and stuff. But this is, oh, it looks okay. Because I was gonna say this is almost like a brown. It's not really a brown, but it's almost like a brown. And this, what looks like black here, this is a brown, a dark brown, but it's a brown. But that looks totally black on this camera. You can kind of see it this way. But for example, like, that's brown, that's black. You can kind of see the difference. But when you're just holding it, it looks very black. Yeah, I would say document cameras are really good, like, bang for the buck, to get a camera that can like look pretty up close compared to most for like painting. But they also definitely have some weaknesses, like without a doubt. Also, I have to remember not to go crazy on this. Because my instinct here is to go crazy on it, but just like there is the belly armor that I finally put on, I think there's a big shield that goes over his back. I don't want to like waste a shit ton of time. Actually, maybe we'll just look at that. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's actually use the document camera to do what it's supposed to do. Look at documents. Yeah, see, this is like the next piece. Is this guy. What numbers are these? He has like a bird and a couple arrows that go on his shoulder. 41 and 42. Let's see. Let's find 41 and 42. This looks awesome. This hand holding this giant swinging club. 41 and 42 is not on this piece. This is all 80s. Look more. This is the fingers on the other side of that same club. That's a pretty cool club. 41, 42 is not there. Six 37. Okay, not there. Is it anywhere? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm looking for a shield. So let's look through this again and pay attention. Shield somewhere. Oh, here it is. Somehow I missed it. Okay, here's 41. Where's 42? They usually put it nearby. I like this dead guy. Who's just like, I'm gonna put it somewhere in his base or something. Because it looks cool as fuck. Why would they put 40 over here and then 41 here? Oh, there's 42. Okay, I'm gonna actually clip it out because I want to see what it covers. We went from painting to this. But it's still the same stuff. So now that we've got the belly armor done, we have other armor we need to do. I'm so used to still needing to do the belly armor. Alright. So 42 will go over this, but this will give us the idea of size. So this... Man, all these details underneath, like, I'm gonna paint that because I'm crazy, but totally not necessary. How does this go on? It shows, let me go back to the document. Time up in a minute? What do you mean, time up in a minute? Do I run out of time? Like what happens if the time is up? Do I run out? Okay, so it's showing that this attaches to the two spots on the back of the guy? It's noon for you. Appointment soon? What time is my appointment? Today I have an appointment at the Tesla dealership. Because my doors weren't opening correctly. And so I went to the dealership and they fixed it so the doors open correctly. And now the doors don't close correctly. So I was like, no, my appointment's at 2:15. It's about 30 minutes away. I'm not gonna stream for that much longer. But I'm gonna go a little bit longer. Okay, so this actually does kind of set in fairly nicely where it's supposed to go. Kind of like you can feel it kind of settle in the place where it's supposed to be. Okay, so when I say don't go too crazy, I mean it. Because all this stuff that I'm painting is going to be covered. Completely. Like, can you even see it from the side? Like, I mean, I guess if you really looked in there, you could see like a little bit. Okay. Okay, so to be really clear, when I say don't be too crazy on this, I mean really. Let's not fucking worry about this so much. We can just color block it out. We'll add like highlights. And then we'll do the stitching. We'll shade it. We'll let it go. It's so unfortunate because like I find the details inside of this really cool. I really like the ropes tying these together. I don't know why they would have this. Probably because people use these for other things, right? Like when you're building the other guy, for example, like a different whatever, a different version of this guy, like you'll use this and like have it like laying on a base or something. I like to make like elaborate bases. What if you take the shield off later? You don't take the shield off. It doesn't work like that. It glues on with plastic glue, which is basically plastic cement, which can never be removed because it permanently is glued in place. But I mean, in theory, if you took a shield off to like block with, you know, like, yeah. This will be an interesting thing to paint. It's like metal pieces on top of metal, which is kind of bizarre. I'm not sure how the light's gonna play on that, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so we did that little experiment. We'll put these pieces over here. And then, let's color block like 2 little yellow pieces. Nothing major. This is gonna look super duper yellow. And I hate it. I hate how it always looks so yellow. All right. We lost our chest friend. We always lose our chest friends when I paint, which is sad. But I want to paint, so. If I wanted to be a professional streamer, I'd probably have to play chess all the time. Which isn't the worst life. Plastic cement comes off eventually. Well, this isn't plastic cement. This is plastic glue, which melts the plastic. It literally melts the plastic pieces so that they end up fusing together. It never, ever, ever comes off. You cannot remove it. So in this case, no. But also, yes, you shouldn't inhale it too much. Though you weren't in the stream yesterday or the day before or whenever, when I was being a crackhead and was using my strategy for getting glue out of the little tube. Like this tube dries full of glue. And the way I deal with it is I take my lighter, which I keep on my desk as part of my tools, and I pinch it in this, and I just hold that tube just like separately. I take it out like this, and then I light the whole thing on fire. You can see how burnt it is, and all the glue just like goes up in smoke, and it smells like glue really strongly. It's like it like burns like. I was doing that on stream yesterday, and it melts all the glue really fast, and then the glue runs out, and then you can very easily use your glue thing again. And it's the way that I learned to do it when I was younger. And I even said yesterday, I'm sure that I get a little high from doing this, because I always feel a little funny after I do it. Which is super good for my brain cells. Oh, you saw that? Yeah. I try not to inhale too much, but when it's aerosoled like that, it's really hard not to inhale anything. Like, obviously you do end up inhaling. I'm not like Bill Clinton. I'm gonna say like, I never once inhaled. Though I will say, of all the drugs I've done, I've never purposely huffed glue. So, I don't know if that's something to be proud of. That seems like more like basic standards of like, hey guys, I'm not a glue huffer. But I've done a lot of drugs. I've never once huffed glue, so no one can accuse me of that. Sometimes you gotta take the little wins in life, like, I made it 40 years without huffing glue. You know? It could be worse. What if I had only made it 8 years without huffing glue? And I'd be on the short bus. My growth would be stunted. I'd just be like this little tiny guy. Or dead. Because I'm sure huffing glue at 8 years old is like really fucking bad for you. But kids are super hard to kill, man. That's always weird when I say that, because it sounds like I'm trying to kill kids. I'm not trying to kill kids. I just like, from seeing my daughter and also like knowing myself as a kid, kids are fucking resilient. Like they're just so much more resilient than adults. Their bodies are just like never huff glue, and I hate the English. Okay, I never said that together. So those things can't be quote. That can't be a quote. You know what I did last night? Actually, no. This is how much of a crackhead I was. At like 6 a.m., I woke up, and I don't have to get up till like 6:45. But I woke up at like 6 in the morning, and I was sitting there, and I was like, I'm gonna look up a line against the English. So at 6 in the morning, instead of sleeping and going back to sleep, I looked up what to play against the English. And came up with a way to beat the English. Not came up with, but like came up with a way, like studied a strategy to more easily defeat the English. Okay, so you can kind of see where that's going now. Yeah. Nice. That is now color blocked. Man, I really feel like I want to do these ropes though. As long as it calms your brain, that's reasonable. What? Painting or huffing glue or beating the English? Because all of those things could theoretically calm my brain in very different ways. Okay. Beating the English at 6 a.m. Yeah, I was just studying how to beat it so that if I faced the English today, I wouldn't have to yell and scream about it again. Because yesterday I was getting really mad about the English. I was screaming, "Fuck your English" to that guy. Seemed like mildly inappropriate. Okay, that was a short little session, but we did discover that we don't have to do much to his back. That seems about good. We're gonna do like a highlight color over top of it, and then we're gonna do a wash over it, and then do the stitching. And then we're gonna have to do this rope and this leather strap. So because we won't be able to probably get to those very well once the thing is over it. Oh, and I'm gonna want to do this whole centerpiece. So I need to basically do everything on his back, all of this stuff. That might be very difficult to get to. So we'll just do a highlight color, a wash, the stitching, then all these back straps and ropes, maybe even the handle to this, and then we can put the back on. And then we will also have back armor. Actually, I don't know if we want to do it that way, because I think we might want to paint this independently. This is going to be a lot easier to paint not on the dude than it is on the dude. So maybe it makes sense, actually, to do these things so I can put it on him, but then paint this like I did the belly armor. Coming up with strategies. It's an interesting thought, Mr. Gecko. Yeah, this might be better. It might be better. I think I'm gonna do it that way. So I'll prepare it and get it ready. I think next what I want to paint, I want to paint this fur and all the fur. So all of this fur, and then like all of this fur and this fur. This is more of a talking stream than a painting stream. We did a tiny bit. A tiny little bit. That's okay. We talked about hot glue, so.